So today I have a quick unboxing and review of a new product. I'm doing it here on the iPhone because my camera happens to be dead after using it all day. So it's an Obsessed Garage box here. I'll try to open it so you can't see my whole address. So this just came today, and I ordered it pretty much as soon as I saw that it was available. So it looks like Milwaukee has made a commitment to you know, they build professional tools. So whether you're a plumber or a carpenter or whatever, they build professional tools that are designed for professionals to use. So they have made a commitment to work with professional auto detailers to develop a line of products that is for auto detailing. So this is the Milwaukee Paint and Detailing Color Match Light. So we're going to open this up here on camera. I'll try to do that one-handed. And I'll unbox it and you can take a look at what it looks like. Obviously, I don't care about the box. So, here we are. So there's an instruction book in there, a little bit of packaging, and the normal Milwaukee flyer, 300 plus tools, etc. So this is an M12 product, meaning it uses the 12-volt Milwaukee battery packs. I have a bunch of those. I have a full line of Milwaukee tools, most of which I've had for a number of years. So here's what it looks like. You know, it's roughly, I don't know, it's like the size of a temperature gun. You can see it in my hand here. It's got a magnetic back. Well, obviously it's stainless, so it's not gonna stick to that, but normal steel, it sticks really well actually. It's a pretty strong magnet. So on the back, you know, there's the normal battery slot to put a battery in. This is a tool only. It's 169 bucks. There's a power button on the back, there's a mode button on the back, and a color button on the back with indicators of what the colors are. So what I want to do is we'll get a battery on this and we're going to test it out, and I'm going to compare it to the one that everyone would be the most familiar with, or the one that I think most professional detailers would be using, which is a scan grip light. So we're going to press the power button and the light immediately comes on. Shows a light at 27, so that's 2700 Kelvin. I've got a 35, I've got a 45, a 55, and a 65. There is a mode button. Oh, okay, so it gets bright or dim. So there's 3 levels of brightness, like a high, medium, low, and then there's an off button. And when you turn it on and off, it shows you the battery level, so it looks like actually my battery only has 2 bars in it, so this isn't even a really full battery, but it should be good enough for the demonstration here. So in this case, I have scan grip lights, and I think that this is what most people would be comparing to. So this is the scan grip. It's the Mini Match 3, and this is a rechargeable handheld light. It's a little bit smaller. I mean, it's slightly shorter, you know, it's thinner, but it's still a nice light. It's got a magnetic bottom on it, so you can magnet it to a car or whatever you need to. And this does 45 to 6500 Kelvin. So that's on, that's bright. So this has 2 brightness levels. And then if you press and hold, it'll switch colors. And this has 45 and 65. Where this has 3 levels of brightness and 5 levels of color. So there's obviously like 15 different setting combinations that you could use. I spent some time playing with both of them. And, you know, in conclusion, I think that there's a place for both of these. It's probably an unfair comparison to compare the two. I think ultimately people are going to compare the two because ScanGrip has been doing this for so long, and this is Milwaukee's first attempt. So, you know, the Mini Match is about 100 bucks, and this is like in the 160 range. They both tend to do sales from time to time. Milwaukee's always done sales on other tools. Scan Grip I've seen on sale before. If you're a member of Inside the Hex on Obsessed Garage, you can get 10% off of this at any time you want to. This is definitely brighter and has more output. I don't know exactly how much, but it's probably about 1.5 times, you know, just from the naked eye. This is a really good light. It works well, you know, if you're trying to look at like doors, fenders, side pieces of cars, I think that it does a really, really good job. It's good at getting a lot of angles and stuff. When you're looking overhead, you kind of need to overcome the light that's overhead. And I think that's where this gives you some improvement. The scan grip lights only have two different temperatures. But this only does 4500 and 6500. Where this goes all the way down to 2700 and all the way up to 6500. And there's 5 different light colors. So for certain colors of paint, I think that this is going to help out and make it so that the scratches stand out a little bit better, which is ultimately what they're supposed to do. You know, for a darker colored paint, like a black, you normally want to be in like a 6500 anyway, so either of these are going to do well for that. But when you're getting into lighter color paints, you know, whites and stuff like that, I think that this is probably going to do better. That being said, this is $100 and this is $170. It's a fair amount bigger, you know. It's also a fair amount heavier. They're both magnetic. They can both stick to whatever you want to. This could very easily go in your pocket, and you know, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it could go in your pocket. The battery life on this is going to be better, but it's also, you know, it has changeable batteries. So you can definitely swap it out for a different battery. So this would never be dead, and this could potentially be dead and have to be charged for a number of hours to get it back up and running. That being said, you could use this plugged in, but it does limit the usefulness of the tool. So, you know, that being said, I'm probably going to keep both because I can see places for both of them to exist. But yeah, it seems like a really neat tool. It's obviously Milwaukee's first shot at this. You know, due to the size of their batteries, I think that this is about the smallest tool that they're going to be capable of making because it's physically the same size as the battery. I'm interested to see when they do a larger light, if they do one that'll replace this Scan Grip multi-match. I think that would be pretty cool. This is a great light. It works really well. And this also has 5 different color temperatures and 4 different settings for output. Reasonably, if I compare this multi-match to this has more light output. It doesn't have changeable batteries, but it does have more light output. And it's about the same cost. Well, this is probably a little bit less expensive still. So, you know, if you don't really care about the size, this might be a better bet than this, even though, you know, they're not quite the same tool. I think that they both work really, really well. So anyway, thank you for watching and have a great day.